Everybody don't know how to act now. Coming to me with their hands out, looking for a handout just because I stand.
My first number 5 of top main characters definitely goes to Max Payne. If anybody's actually played Max Payne, they know how interesting this character is, how much shit he has gone through, how much fucked upness this game provides, and just the amount of detail they go into his backstory and his, you know, mind craze fucks in the first one, and then the second one even more so, just really brings out the character. And his voice acting is great. The way he is, the way he doesn't take shit from anyone, the way he gets revenge, just makes him one of the most relatable characters out there, that if this would have happened to you, you'd probably suffer the same things. And that's really important for a main character when they're trying to go for a more realistic approach. And it seriously makes him one of the coolest and most badass main characters out there. And he definitely, in my opinion, just from the backstory of 2 action games, to get that much detail out of a character and to actually feel for him that much, he definitely deserves the number 5 spot.
My crime, what I had done, was like a hungry pit behind me. I had to run, get as far away from it as possible.
It feels like I've been faded now, right out of my skin. Inside I'm just fading out, the aggression.
Number 4 goes to Ezio from Assassin's Creed 2. The way they go into detail on this guy's story, from his family's death all the way to his uncle's death and brotherhood, to gaining a brotherhood, is just really well done and makes you feel for this character. You're basically playing through his entire life, from when he's a teenager to the end of his life in Last Revelation. And that, to me, it just brings out that much more detail, and it shows how much games can push the boundaries and give you almost a full-length TV show of these characters. Honestly, I feel attached to Ezio as much as I do from any anime or TV show on there, just because you're playing as this character from when he's a kid to an adult to an old man, and that really makes him so interesting. And Ezio himself comes from a naive and young assassin to a more trained and skilled, and by the end of Brotherhood is definitely one of the leaders of the Brotherhood. It makes him more of this master type, where you play him in the first one, he makes mistakes, he jumps silly and stuff like that. Just really, it's cool to grow up with this character and become a well and made assassin. Next up was really hard for me to choose, but I'm going to have to go with Prince from Prince of Persia 2008. Not that the old Prince was bad in any way. I love the Prince from the original trilogy. Thought he was great. But the Prince in 2008 was a lot different, and I think that's why I liked him so much. From his sarcastic tones to his, you know, haha attitude. But the thing that really captured, in my opinion, his full growth as a character through the entire game is the attachment he gets for Elika, and how much you can see him starting to fall in love with her. And then spoilers. This part's spoilers, so skip like 20 seconds. The ending of Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia, when he sacrifices everything he's done just to bring her back. He sacrifices himself, the world, everything, all of it, just to bring her back to life, is probably one of the best scenes of video game history. And some are going to be like, I did all that work. You don't understand the amount of just determination and self-sacrifice and all that other stuff out there that means self-sacrifice. The point is that this motherfucker just sacrificed everything in the world to make sure the girl he falls in love with comes back alive. And to me, that was one of the greatest moments in gaming. It showed that gaming is an art, in my opinion. Well, there's other games that did that, obviously, but it was one of the games. But the point is that it was an excellent ending and really made the character of the Prince, who was just this goofy guy, show how powerful he is and how, you know, mature he becomes throughout the game. And it really made him one of the most interesting characters. And I really hope Ubisoft understands that and continues to create this series. Otherwise, they're fucking assholes.
Why?
Number 2 goes to Cole. When I played Infamous 1, I did like Cole. I thought he was one of the better made superhero characters out there, and he was definitely interesting. I didn't love him, but I liked him. Badass, you know, as he matured through the story, as he was gaining his powers, you could see that the temptation of being, whether you were good or evil, the temptation of gaining more powers obviously made him more of the leader type, and he ran the shit, but it never got to him on the good side that he uses these powers for evil or anything, and on the evil side, he uses it to do whatever he wants. So, either way you go, you get a different story, but you get who Cole is. He's either going to be more of a power hunger, self-reliant guy on the evil side, or more help the world on the good side. Infamous 2 really pushed Cole into even better. Better writing, better dialogue. He's well written in every sense. His voice acting is well done. I think it's much better in 2 and really brings out the emotion. Especially if you play the good side, you can really feel the emotion in Cole and him being one of the better superheroes and his self-sacrifices and everything. It makes him what he is today. One, in my opinion, easily the best superhero main character ever created from scratch on a video game. Easily. There's not a ton of them, but he's just the best. The way he is able to be Cole, whether he's good and evil, is really one of the coolest features in Infamous. And even if you're evil, this guy still has a lot of feelings for people. And that's what really makes it so interesting. That's what makes his character so fucking unique. And I really just, everything from when you first meet Cole to the ending of the game in 2, makes this character go from trips of doubt and wondering if he can rely on anybody, if he's alone, if he has friends. Just really well made. So Infamous 2's Cole definitely pushed it from a good character to an amazing character, in my opinion.
Can't stop me. With the cost, you know I gotta get it. Can't nobody get me off the game.
Number 1 is Metal Gear Solid Snake. Come on, who didn't see that coming? Whether you pick Snake or Big Boss is up to you. It's one of those two. I'm gonna go with Snake. I personally like Snake a little more. Overall, Snake is what the definition of a badass motherfucker is, in my opinion. Snake is everything that I like in a main character. He has an objective. He knows what he has to do. He doesn't take shit from nobody. He has compassion for his friends, and he will fuck you up and then fuck your mother and then fucking destroy your family. That's who Snake is. Not to mention, his voice actor, David, is again a badass motherfucker, which makes his character that much more interesting is because his voice acting is so well done. On top of that, his dialogue is simply awesome. His little jokes are amazing, and overall Snake is the definition of a motherfucking badass. You don't fuck with Snake. You can fuck with all these other characters, but Snake will fuck you up. He will kick your ass. He will murder you. So, Snake, you are a badass, but you also have that little soft side that I like. You are definitely the main character of the world, and I want to be like you when I grow up. I want to wear a bandana, a little green bandana. I want to carry a pistol on my side. I'm just pow people. I just want to be like you when I grow up. I just want you to know that, Snake. And that's why you deserve the number 1 spot for best main character of all time in video game history. So, Snake, you get number 1. Okay, and that concludes the list for main characters. I hope you agree. If you disagree, go fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I would love to hear your top 5. If I freaking see a Final Fantasy character there, I will slaughter you. And have a great one, and look out for the next top 5.